Oh, so I guess my only problem with being a nerd is that I had no choice in the matter. Like, if you look like this and you were terrified of the presidential fitness challenge in middle school, congratulations, you're a nerd. Here's your Magic the Gathering deck of cards. Now fix my computer, you goddamn nerd. I'm like, I don't even know how to fix computers. And they're like, just try. And I'm like, well, what do you know? I can fix computers. Because apparently that knowledge just comes along with shitty vision. Yeah, for some reason, a random genetic defect is associated with interest in Dungeons and Dragons and shit. I do not know why. Not seeing a lot of fellow Four Eyes in the crowd. Okay, we got a few of you guys out there. That's nice. That makes me feel warm and safe. We got contacts or LASIK people in the crowd? Yes, right. Daywalkers. Tremble, Two Eyes, we move among you. The revolution is coming and we have spies everywhere.
No,
and there's a common bond that binds all us semi-blind people. As we all spent part of our life where we could not see shit, but we had no idea that was the case. Yeah. When I was a little kid, I thought I had excellent vision. I also thought that what the teacher wrote on the board was for his or her own benefit. I got my little notepaper here, she's got a big notepaper up there. That's hers. And the kid's like, dude, why don't you copy the questions down from the board? And I'm like, because I mind my own business, motherfucker. You should try it sometime. As a nerd, I have figured out who the biggest nerds on the planet are right now. It's not even close. By far the biggest nerds on the planet, white supremacists. I can prove this shit. The fucking nerds. By the way, way to go, Nazis. Everybody loves a comeback story, you know what I mean? Right when you think they're down and out, they elect a president. It's very impressive. Very impressive. They're nerds, and I can prove it. I can prove it. First off, the KKK calls themselves dragons and wizards. Fucking nerd alert right there. I'm the Grand Dragon of Tennessee. You're a fucking loser, dude. They all cosplay dweebs, obviously. This is how I really know Nazis are nerds, is because they think about race like Dungeons and Dragons people think about elves and orcs, like fantasy authors think about race, like different races have attributes and shit. Like Asians are -2 to driving and Jews are +3 to scheming. They believe in race like fucking nerds. Nerds. You got me beat by a mile. This is gonna, I know what I just said sounds bad. It's gonna get worse. I'm jealous of Nazis. They live in a more exciting world than the rest of us do. That's exciting to live in that world. They believe Jewish people have had a secret conspiracy to take over the planet for thousands of years. I want to live in that world. That's just exciting. I mean, in my world, to most of my Jewish friends, pretty gossipy. I don't think they can hold it down like that, but I'd like to live in a world in which they did. This is thrilling. I'm jealous of religious people too. I'm not comparing, settle down. I'm not comparing religious people and Nazis. I'm not one of those angry atheists. You guys got that friend on Facebook? Like, fucking religion, man. It's like, you gotta sleep in on Sundays, buddy. Relax. Like, what's so mad about? I'm not mad about religion. I am confused by it. There are some key concepts I will never understand. Like prayer, if it helps you, that's wonderful. I'm just saying, I don't get it. Prayer, like God has a perfect plan for all of us. But I must him change his mind on a few things. Like God's getting convinced. Like, you know, these guys make some pretty good arguments. I will allow his small business to succeed. But he's still getting cancer. It's a perfect plan! How dare you question that plan? No, I'm jealous of religious people. I think atheism is boring. When you die, you're dead. Who gives a shit, man? I want consequences. Hey, dude, heaven and hell. God and the devil duking it out or whatnot. Shoplift a Snickers bar, man. This was up. Having the devil in your life? That's amazing. Like, beyond having a better enemy, like Trump's a dumb dummy that can't tie a tie right. Their enemy is doing backstrokes and Lake of Fire. That's a proper goddamn enemy. But like, even beyond that, as a scapegoat, an excuse, do you know what I mean? To be able to take all those bad thoughts, the desires you wish you didn't have, and pretend like some mythological dude put those in your brain? That's powerful, man. I gotta own my bad thoughts. Whatever I see in between orgasm and closing the incognito window, that's on me, man. I gotta own whatever's on that screen. Meanwhile, a religious person can be like, "Oh, Satan! Look what you made me jerk off to again! You old rascal!" This porn business is such a weird cultural shift. I'm in my early 30s, I feel like an old fuddy-duddy. I'm worried about kids these days. There is no way it's healthy for your first exposure to pornography to be all of it. All of it? It's too much! When I started looking at internet porn, it was the beginning of internet porn. It was 100 free hours of AOL. The internet was measured in time. It was a different era. And all porn was, it was just a JPEG slowly loading. Unbelievably slowly loading. And then it would get to the eyes, and you would have to make a decision. How sexy are these eyes? Am I gonna give this picture the 10 goddamn minutes to finish loading? And if I did, and it was a good one, I would write down the URL on paper. Because you can't bookmark porn on the family computer in the kitchen. I recognize that I've talked about being a nerd in pornography this whole time, and it's very important to me that you guys know that ladies sleep with me sometimes. My insecurity needs me to communicate that to you all. I'm not saying I'm out there killing it all the time. Ladies are just running at me butt first. That's not what I'm saying. So there's some positives, though, when it comes to dating and sex and romance, to being a dorky guy like this. I do. I think there's some positives. I think that in general, women tend to trust me a little bit more than they do other guys. Specifically, I think some women will go condomless a little earlier in the relationship than they might with another fella. Which is almost offensive, you know what I mean? Fuck you, I can have gonorrhea, I'm a delight. Hey, you guys are gonna love the rest of the show. Thank you so much.